You sit down at your desk to do the exact work that will finally change your life. You promise yourself you will focus for just 1 uninterrupted hour. But within 6 minutes, an invisible itch takes over. Your hand subconsciously reaches for your phone. You open an app. You scroll. And just like that, an entire hour vanishes into the void. You feel exhausted, guilty, and full of brain fog. You tell yourself you are just lazy, but you are not lazy. The biological heist. Your brain is currently the victim of a multi-billion-dollar heist. In his eye-opening book, Stolen Focus, Johann Hari reveals a terrifying reality. Your shrinking attention span is not a personal character flaw. It is a highly engineered biological hack. The most powerful tech companies in the world employ elite behavioral psychologists to do exactly one thing: weaponize your brain's reward system against you. And their weapon of choice is dopamine. The dopamine illusion. Most people mistakenly believe dopamine is simply the pleasure chemical, but neurologists know the darker truth. Dopamine is the molecule of motivation. It is the biological engine that drives you to seek, hunt, and achieve. For thousands of years, human beings had to exert massive physical and mental effort to earn a dopamine spike. Today, you can trigger a massive flood of unearned dopamine simply by swiping a piece of glass. The baseline crash. This is where the trap snaps shut. When you constantly flood your brain with cheap, effortless dopamine from notifications, endless scrolling, and junk food, your brain tries to protect itself. It downregulates. It deliberately numbs your dopamine receptors. It is why reading a book, building a business, or doing hard work feels physically painful. Normal, quiet tasks simply cannot compete with hyper-stimulating algorithms. Your brain is literally too numb to crave real success. The deep work solution. In his phenomenal book, Deep Work, Cal Newport explains that you cannot fight this chemical dependency with simple willpower. Willpower is a fragile battery that drains throughout the day. You do not need more discipline. You need a complete chemical reset. You need to implement a dopamine fast. The protocol. For a full 24 to 48 hours, you cut off the artificial supply. No short-form content, no mindless browsing, no video games. You must force yourself to sit in the quiet. You must allow yourself to feel excruciatingly bored. The rebirth of focus. Your dopamine receptors slowly begin to heal and reset to their natural baseline. When the baseline normalizes, a terrifyingly powerful version of you wakes up. Suddenly, doing hard, complex work does not feel like torture anymore. It feels deeply satisfying. The fog lifts. You regain the rare ability to lock in and execute the deep work that the modern economy heavily rewards. The cliffhanger insight. Escaping the dopamine trap gives you a lethal advantage over 99% of the population who are willingly giving their focus away. But regaining your focus is only the foundation. Once you finally start executing at a high level and enter the rooms of the elite, a new psychological demon will try to convince you that you are a fraud. We will expose the dark psychology of imposter syndrome and how to instantly hack your own authority in the next video.